Hail friends, welcome to ye olde channel. Bob here, and we're outside Guck. We're going, myself, a friend of the channel, Gerb, who's a level 50 ogre warrior, and we're going in for the guys camp. We're going to see what happens. We're kind of calling it a trial run, but hopefully we'll get there safely, and yeah, won't be too many problems. I kind of had all these plans to prepare for this camp. I was going to quest for a cloak that's got a couple of clicky IVUs. I was going to make some potions and stuff. I haven't done any of that because we're kind of like, do you want to do it? Yeah, okay, let's do it. So we're kind of doing it. So yeah, this is going to be the beginning of like a diary type series that may or may not be very long. I don't know. Might get it today, assuming that we actually get there, or might not. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Fingers crossed, we're going in. Okay, so we're just buffing ourselves. Just at the entrance, getting ready for the adventure. Or not. Well, it'll be either way, it'll be an adventure. I think that's the way to look at it. Whatever happens, I think. I'm just going to buff up Gerb, and then we'll start moving in. I think there's a kind of a lot of buffs to go on here. I think certainly we need some seeing vises just so we can see each other. Probably invis through to the undead side. But I think it's worth ultra vision actually. I don't think it gets dark in here, does it particularly? So, so let's chuck on some a spirit sight. I think is the one. Need some shrinks, of course. Thank God for shrink. I was like, another friend of the channel kind of pointed out to me yesterday that shrink might be available, and it is. I didn't realise it was in. Double shrink. You can't get better than a double shrinked ogre, I don't think, really. I think it's just the, yeah, I think it's just the best. But anyway, yeah, gonna buff up and then we'll be back. Okay, so we've made it to dead side. So yeah, we're just going to clear our way through a little bit. I think no need to really, but I think it just makes things slightly easier. I've also got the bats to contend with. Might have to clear if hello, yeah, might have to clear if there's an issue. Just don't know. I think at some point they probably wouldn't. I mean, Gerb's 50. I think at some point they probably wouldn't aggro me, but I don't think I'm that level yet. So there's a fair chance that yeah, I'll probably get some aggro, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. I don't know if there might be a camp at the bedroom. Oh god, there's a lot of anonymous people in here. I wonder how many of them are camping the guys. It's quite interesting actually when you think that. I must confess that I'm fairly, what was I going to say? I'm fairly like I'm fairly kind of like a non generally, but I always kind of think that when you're at a camp, maybe it's best to not do that, you know, just in case people are kind of checking the camps and stuff. But I don't know. Kind of sometimes kind of wonder if maybe people just, I don't know, people don't want you to know who's at the camp or whatever, you know. Maybe it's one of those things. But Guck's a great place. I'm kind of, yeah, glad to be back, I think. It's, I'm just a bit worried about the bats. But if there's a bedroom, if there's a good bedroom camp, maybe they're clearing the bats. We will have to see. I could probably do a bit of damage here. But maybe I'll just keep my warrior healed as long as he's alive. That's the main thing. Yeah, but I'll come back and we'll see how we go. Hopefully I'll get past the bats. Hey friends, welcome back. So we're heading to we're going the other way as it were. What the hell? Jesus, how did I get stuck there? We're going the other way. Basically I made a massive boo-boo. We had an what did we have? We had a cloak. Gerb had quested a cloak that IVU'd us. I kind of wasn't sure where to use it from. It's a clicky, and I used it on him when I should have used it on myself. So yeah, that worked out well. We lost Sal as well. So yeah, so I keep getting stuck on things, and I really don't know why. No, no shrink. Okay. Let's just go. Let's just get there. Yeah, so I made a massive boo-boo with a cloak, used the charges. It helped us 0 because of me. A massive cock up. But we're kind of getting there. We're going the other way. We're going the live side. Fingers crossed we get there safely. We'll see you in a minute. Hey friends, welcome back. So well, we had a wipe, so we've kind of reset, starting again. Yeah, let's just say my jumping skills weren't what they should have been. Yeah, we'll be back. Hey friends, welcome back. So we made it to the group. We made it to the room, I should say. Yeah. It's all kind of all good, I think. Yeah, kind of all good. Yeah, so I guess the camp begins. I think I'm number 3 on the list. There's a couple of druids here by the looks of it. Yeah, which should be pretty decent. I think what I'll probably do is buff some of these guys, because why not? I don't know where the thing spawns actually. I kind of don't want to, you know, I don't want to pop on me and it does loads of damage. But I'm just going to buff people up, and then we'll just wait, I guess. Yeah. I think I'm maybe safe here, hopefully. We'll have to see. But it's all good. But I'm at the camp where the mobs spawn. So all we can do now is wait. I'll keep you updated, let you know how things are going. Yeah, fingers crossed. He spawns quite a lot for us, and yeah. It's an easy camp, but we'll see. I will keep you updated, obviously. Hello guys, welcome back. So I'm chewing something, which is rather annoying, and my keys are now. Why am I? Oh, okay, fair enough. I've got a supplier come up. I apologise for the chewing noise if you can hear it, but I just thought supplier up. You know, let's see. Let's see what we get. I don't think is this the one that drops it. I've got no idea. That's how much of a noob I am. Well, not rooted, that's bad. Oh dear. It's kind of difficult when you don't get a burlap sack. It's difficult when you don't get just random? Oh god. I just rolled it. Looks like I got a sack. Did I? I don't know. Oh no. Oh, I got 77. Okay, there we go. Well, supply come up. We got a burlap sack. Person who just arrived got a burlap sack. There you go. Yeah, so yeah. It's like a, I mean, I must confess I've never kind of done these kind of camps before. And I was about to say, well, I can see why, you know. But does anyone like doing them? I mean, I don't mind camps and stuff, but you know, yeah. It's interesting though, because kind of people come and go, you know, people come in, stick their head in, that kind of thing. There's Ice Arrows, quite a low level actually. I'm not quite sure how he got here, but yeah, I think he turned up just before we did, so I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, apparently the Man of Stone group has got 7 people in, so I'd go home, to be honest. Anyway, let's carry on. Our friends, welcome back. And I just thought I'd quickly show you, you get some AFK messages. There are 2 types. This is the first one where I think you just got to press OK, basically. And you get another one where it wants you to do /list space AFK space a number. Yeah, I thought I'd just show you that while it came up. I think we've got an assassin placeholder coming up, potentially. So we'll see what happens. Also, if you do list, it tells you where you are on the list. Yeah, basically. So we're, yeah, continuing the camp. We'll see if we get an assassin or not. If you've never been here before, like I kind of really haven't, you get a spawn here, kind of where we're standing. You get this one over there, which is the assassin, I think, in front of me. And you get one between the barrels, which I think is generally the, yeah, the one that's not the assassin. What's he called? No idea. But he's the one that drops the bag. Anyway, we'll see what it is when it comes up. The interesting thing, of course, for this camp is if you don't get it during the day that you're there, you know, you log out, you come back again. You know, it'd be interesting to see if the camp's always broken, there's always someone here. Or you kind of have to wait for someone to come along to help you break the camp, etc. I mean, if it was like 2 spawns, I could break the camp, but I think 3, probably not. Oops, sorry, that was my... I've also got my own timer set up, so yeah. So, no assassin, the wait goes on. While I'm here, actually, I just kind of... I don't know if anyone's into this sort of thing particularly, but I'm not really doing a lot. You know, I was slowing, but there's lots of nukes going on, which then means that the mob runs. Yeah, bit of an issue. People breaking routes with nukes. It's going to bite you in the bum at some point, but there you go. 7 minutes to the next spawn. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's interested in this sort of thing, but I was going to talk about something. I don't know if anyone's ever read. I don't know if anyone's into like kind of Russian science fiction. Probably like more modern stuff like Metro. I guess probably people may have read or they know about because of the games. I'm talking about like books, right? You know, novels and stuff. I don't know if anyone's ever read Roadside Picnic, which is by 2. I can't remember the names, but it's by 2 Russian brothers. I think it was written. What should I say? I think it was written kind of like in the 70s, maybe 60s. I'm not sure. I think it may have come out in the 70s. But Roadside Picnic is the book that, like a lot of the sort of Russian kind of dystopian apocalyptic stuff that you see now is yeah, it's based on. So, you know, Stalker, there's a film called Stalker, the Stalker games, and that kind of stuff, influenced by the Roadside Picnic book. Brilliant book. I recommend like reading it or listening to it if you can. But there's a guy on YouTube who goes by the, I think it's Shiey, and he's basically like a I can't remember what they're called, like free runner, parkour type person. Like he'll climb up to the top of a building, dizzyingly high. I mean, there was a video where he was in London and they climbed to the top of like a tower block, essentially, stands right on the edge and looks down. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like, I don't think I could even stand near the edge, let alone stand on the edge and look over. Obviously, very confident about what he's doing, great climber, that kind of thing. And there are some videos that where he goes into how he does what he does, why he does it. I think the general gist is it's like exposing you to something repetitively until it's not a problem. So exposing yourself to heights until you don't, that you don't fear them, essentially. I think that's kind of what he did. There is a lot of like bull crap type stuff on there, like pretentious kind of, artsy fartsy kind of stuff. But what he also does is he kind of does the whole real life stalker thing. So I watched some videos where he travelled to Chernobyl on foot with a couple of friends and kind of like walked through Pripyat, which I think it's the town or the city that's closest to Chernobyl. And you get to Pripyat, and it's basically like being in a game. It's a deserted city. They go and they explore the tower blocks. They get on the roof and you can look around the city. And it's quite interesting because you get. I think we've got another spawn coming up. I think it's just a normal one. Because it really does. Because nature has obviously come in and overtaken something. Much of the city. So it really looks like you're kind of in a game. So like him and his friends are kind of playing. I guess playing like Stalker for real in a way, and the whole psychology of it is interesting. Doing things that you're not supposed to do to have different experiences. Obviously, there are things like drugs and stuff, that alcohol and all that kind of stuff. That's obviously a similar kind of thing. But I just found it so interesting, like going to these places that you're not supposed to go to and that no one goes to really, apart from a small group of people who are into that kind of thing. And there was one scene where, I don't know if anyone's played the Stalker games. I think it's the Stalker games where you've got like the Ferris wheel, like the big wheel, and there's a big wheel in Pripyat that looks like the big wheel. I'm assuming it was modelled on that. It looks like the big wheel from the game, and he climbed up to the top of it and all that kind of thing. But psychologically, it's really interesting. I found it really interesting, like the confidence to climb up a big wheel. Essentially a rusted big wheel, and stand on the highest like roof of the carriage, and just look down, and it's a long way down. If you fall, you're just a splat on the ground. So, and kind of like the confidence to do that, the psychology. Maybe there's some negative stuff at work there, like why are you doing it? I can understand doing it. I mean, it looks like I'm not like I love a rush kind of person, but I can kind of understand the attraction. But also, I wonder if there's also something else going on there that's, when for that kind of thing, putting yourself in danger. But a lot of the stuff, if you try and ignore the pretentious stuff and the artsy fartsy stuff, it's quite interesting, because you get like he'll just go to, as I said, there was one where he went to, there's a few where they've been to these like secret underground Russian bases, and there was one that he went to, walking around essentially like playing Metro for real, apart from the ghosts and the goblins, but wandering around like this underground base or whatever it was just had thousands of boxes of just stuff. I mean, I think it must have been built during the you know, like the paranoia of the Cold War and nuclear war and that kind of thing. It had like thousands of boxes of like medication, gas masks, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's really weird, but watching them go to these places and wander around and experience and see stuff that very, very few people see was yeah, it was interesting. And it's kind of what, in my opinion, is what YouTube's made for, really. You know, that's the sort of thing that obviously not everyone can do that. It's not quite that extreme, but that's the sort of thing that social media should be made for. Not taking a picture of your dinner and saying, "Oh, look what I'm for dinner," or, you know, that sort of garbage. Yeah, I think that it would be yeah, interesting. It's interesting, and as I said, I think that's kind of what I like to see social media used for. Yeah, but it is interesting. He does some videos, as I said, where he talks about why he does it and stuff and how he does it. They're all a bit artsy, as I said, pretentious, but still interesting. Yeah, but I think the channel is spelled SHIEO. I'm sorry about I'm really sorry about the you know, the beeps. I'm kind of not keeping an eye on my own timers, which is well bad guy. But anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd mention that because it's something that I've been watching recently, and it is really interesting. I've been trying to root slow, but it doesn't seem to be a thing. So I think when you get slow, just spam. I think just spam root basically. There's another spawn down. Move over the other side. I think it's the middle dude next. I think this could be the supplier. Anyway, here's the other AFK message. When you're actually casting, I mean, I'm not complaining, but you'd have thought that when you're moving your character around and casting spells, it could tell that you're not AFK. So that's what I'm doing. It says type list AFK 3705. You can't see it because it's behind my chat block. So I'm pressing that and then I'm pressing OK. I think that's right, because then if I do list again, I'm still position 3. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. Have a look at that channel if you find that kind of thing interesting. Watching people play Stalker for real or Metro for real is pretty interesting. But there's other things as well. Like he climbed to the top of this office block, and I don't know, for some reason he couldn't get down, but he actually went into the office and he was walking around the office, and he had to ask some bloke, "Can you let me out?" because he couldn't get out. And yeah, the bloke said, "What are you doing here?" in Russian, I think it was, whatever. He did let him out. But psychologically, it's very interesting, and it's very interesting to kind of just look at the places that he goes to that you would never ever see. Yeah, anyway, yeah, if you fancy that kind of thing, give it a watch. Just to slight warning, he's quite annoying, but he's young. You know, he's young and he's doing this kind of stuff. I'd be annoying as well, I reckon, if I was him. But anyway, yeah, be back soon. Hello guys, welcome back. So we've got a supplier. I'm not sure what we'll get, if we'll get anything. I'm not sure. I keep doing these updates for every spawn, and just the names, I guess. But yeah, we've got a supplier. We've lost our warrior, so yeah, but there's so much damage here that it's not a problem, really. Not a problem at all. Oh, we've got a light burlap sack. It's random, I guess. 88. Woohoo! That might be the one. Yeah. Got a light burlap sack, I think. Nice. Well, that was worth recording. Got a magical item. Coolio and the gang. Well, there you go. So, we've got our first item. I think we've got the possible assassin placeholder in a couple of mins. So if it is that one, then obviously I'll be back. Hello guys, welcome back. So we've had our first Guise. And Adalia here has got one. Got her one. I'm assuming. Yeah. There we go. Done. Job done. I'm now number 2 on the list. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I think I'm number 2 on the list. Let's see if as soon as she loots it. Yeah, you move up position. Now number 2. Well, there you go. That's the first one gone. This is still the first kind of day that I'm here camping, so I don't know. I'm probably going to give it... I've probably got 2 more hours. What's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 5, 6 potentially. Yeah. So well done. We're getting closer. How friends, welcome back to this. Might be the end of the video. I'm kind of going to give it another couple of spawns before I've got a log. I think the trick at this camp actually is getting the assassin spawn. Essentially, we had 1 spawn and it had a guy so far today. So yeah, it seems like the assassin spawn is the block, the roadblock, as it were. Obviously, if I get something, I'll come back. But yeah, yeah, we've had 1. Excuse me. We had 1 spawn today, and that's it. That's all we've had. I've been here about, I don't know, about 4 hours, 4 hours maybe. I think by the time I log out, I'd have been here about 5 hours. So there's 2 more chances at a spawn. So yeah, if the next one is an assassin and a mask, then I'm next. So then the next one, we need to get 2 in a row basically for me to get one today. So yeah, but I'll log out. Hopefully it's the safe spot where I've been, where I've kind of been, where I've been shown. And yeah, I'll be back in again tomorrow, I guess. But anyway, obviously if I get it, I'll come back. If not, you know, I didn't get it.